here's a copy of the function we were just working with. I'm going to go ahead and make some additions to make it a little bit more robust. So note that we haven't had the labels, and I think that's important. So generally speaking, you can put the title here because it is going to change for each of the histograms you create. And so, if it's education, we could just say something like education, and keep it generic or something. Education bar chart. And the title is going to show up in two places. So plt.title, and you can just put the title in here. But then at the very end, for a robust function, recall you want to save these. And so you want the plt.savefig, you can save it with the title, and the DPI dots per inch can be about 300. The X label. So something I would probably do, well, let's just go ahead and write it. So plt.x label. You don't necessarily need it on a bar chart because if you look up here, like it's showing you the different categories. And, I do think it's nice to have the Y label of, count, for people who aren't necessarily clear as to what it is. It's the basically number of rows here. You could say something different if you like number of occurrences. But we're adding a little bit here to make it more robust. And so let's just try this now, and let's go with one more bar chart. And I do distinguish, by the way, between, it's like when we're saving these, are we wanting to share these with others? If so, you definitely want to save them. But if you're just exploring, it's not like you need to. Okay, so I go back up to the data itself, and I like looking at the df.head because I can see which ones might be good for, we could try like marital status, good for categorical columns. Some of these, like if you look at native country, there might be like way too many and they can get way too crowded. And so we can try marital status. Okay, that's one of the census categories. Let's just see what we get. So, all right, call equals df. Marital status, it's showing as an option, so we'll take it. And then, I don't know, like it's just for the fun of it, right? Let's check out another edge color. Maybe, not sure what would look good with royal blue. I know black looked pretty cool before. You can always try a gray. Not sure if they use gray or gray like that. And let's just see what we get here. Okay, I've got the rotation, so we definitely won't want the rotation here. You can't really see the gray well. So I'm going to switch this to black, add a rotation. Note that the title is wrong too. So, sometimes it takes, trying out your function a couple times to get it right because it helps you, have clarity of the things that you need to change. So rotation we do want here at 45, and title, we should call it marital status. This is the census. It's the adult census, you could say. That's sometimes what it's called. Okay, so try that one more time. And maybe I'll do a little more alpha. Okay. And I do think this is a good approach. It's like you run your function, see what you get, and then make modifications accordingly. So I'll make it more alpha, meaning more transparent. And so now when I run it, okay, I think it looks much nicer, much cleaner. And, I think we can check over here because it should have saved. All the code has been run, and you can see here is a marital adult census. Marital status for adult census data. You download it, check it out, and you can see you need to make some modifications on the export here because the bottom of the names did not show, so we can deal with that.